This is our trip to Pioneertown. We're there for just a couple hours. Looks like it's an old site for creating films and whatnot. That being said, they had a working bar there, but most of the buildings there were either fenced or closed or only available for walking by and looking in the window. They did have some livestock there, as you can see. Chickens and other turkeys, I guess, pheasants. No drone zone. Town Hall, it says right there. H-A-U-L. There's Zach and Chelsea and the two pups. There's the Wagon Wheel Saloon. I think maybe we looked inside that door already. But this obviously could be set up. It's not too far from LA. They need to go out into the desert region. It's just east of Palm Springs a ways. You got some goats. There was an art gallery there. You could buy this and that from. Bunch of cool houses. Lots of old wood. Dried out wood. Which tends to survive real well in the desert. Film museum. Talks about films that were made there. I don't recall exactly what was made there. And this is kind of a running video of the whole town. It's not very big, really. You can walk from one end to the other in 5 or 10 minutes. They do have a few places that are open for getting food and or drink. There's that Wagon Wheel Saloon. Kind of a cool place. Good place to walk around and see some of those old structures up close. There's my wife and Josh. I think I was playing with my lens here, so you'll see a series of photos with Darby and there's Jason and Ollie in the background there. I'm not sure where Chelsea's at this point. Oh, there she is. It's my family. This is one trip that Josh came without the kitties and his wife because I think it was right after Jasper was born. So he wasn't really ready to travel yet. Okay, this is leaving Pioneertown and going to the nursery in Palm Springs, which I think is called Moorten's. But this is kind of on the way there. We went up the hill and we're driving amongst some very nice looking houses. We've got houses on the right that are along the mountaintop. The Franz Alexander residence. And this is at the nursery. So they've got a bunch of desert plants there, of course. It is in Palm Springs. And I wish I could tell you what all these things are. There's a creeping cactus. They've got some of the things signed there. I like the way they took cement and wrote in the descriptions, which makes it very robust over time for plants that are going to last a long time. All, of course, are very tolerant to hot, dry weather. This appears to be a Palo Verde tree. And lots of cacti. Opuntia, Mongave, agave, blue rose, fishhook cactus. There's Cindy and Chelsea. We're going to go into a little covered sort of greenhouse area here in a second where there was a hummingbird nesting. I think that's coming up in a little bit. There's that fishhook cactus again. Some of these things are big. All very interesting to look at. Can't remember what the entrance fee was, but it seems like it wasn't much. Those are some long spikes. Prickly pear cactus. Creosote bush. Ocotillo. Central Mexico. I didn't see what the description was there. Blue glow. Sure what's going on there. Yuccas. Shark skin agave. Lady's slipper. All pretty interesting. My wife has a beautiful garden out, but all of the plants that are in there are much smaller than these very, very large and established plants. You can see how big these things are. Just monstrous. It's got water built up in that little catch there. Golden barrel cactus. There's the hummingbird. He was just sitting there. I was about a foot away from him. Her, I guess it would be. And they had a lot of the smaller plants in this greenhouse. So there were just tons and tons of plants. Oh, that looks like that fishhook cactus again. Lots of different looking things there. Very interesting. Look like worms. Those spikes don't look like they're very stiff. They probably are, though. Those are interesting. Caudiciforms. Non-cactus succulent plants. Funny looking. I like the stumpy base. Kind of like a club foot or like an elephant. Some of those things are called pachypodiums, I know. There's a video of the hummingbird. You can see her moving around there. And as I recall, When I came back later, she was gone, and you saw the egg in there. There, she came back though. Oops. That was Mexican oleander. That's got a little red. Everything's been pretty much green so far. So now we're seeing, I guess, some stressed plants. Is that what that means? Of course, some are just red naturally. I like that seat right there. It was very comfortable to sit in. We're getting towards the end of the show here. So anyway, this is Moorten's Nursery. Very nice trip. I highly recommend it if you get into the area of Palm Springs, and give them a visit. Pioneertown's also a nice thing to visit. That's it.